Cristiano Ronaldo has been banned from making his much-vaunted debut for his Saudi Arabian side tomorrow night, Sportsmail can reveal. His new club Al-Nassr, who are reportedly paying him £175 million a year, have sold all 28,000 seats for the match against Al-Nassr and were set to see him kick off his Arabian venture amid huge fanfare. But the self-proclaimed unique player, who left Manchester United in acrimony, is still to be punished for a misdemeanor and has been told he is barred from starring for Al-Nassr, a source revealed. Ronaldo was hit with a £50,000 fine and suspended for 2 games by the England Football Association on November 17. He was found guilty of improper and violent conduct after he smashed an Everton fan's phone from his hand after United lost a match at Goodison Park last April. He slapped the hand of Jacob Harding as he stormed down the tunnel, damaging the boy's phone. His mother Sarah Kelly said her son's hand was also bruised by Ronaldo. While the investigation was ongoing last month, it was reported that Ronaldo would accept an improper conduct charge from the FA, but was determined to fight the threat of a potential ban. The independent FA panel was chaired by Christopher Quinlan KC, and it found Ronaldo guilty of a deliberate and forceful slap down, which was a petulant act. Ronaldo told the hearing via an electronic submission that the atmosphere at the Everton game had been feverish and hostile. He said he was injured by a heavy tackle late in the match but remained on the pitch. The United players left the pitch by way of a walkway which was not the regular players' tunnel, he said. Ronaldo said the crowd was aggressive and he and other United players were abused by Everton supporters' followers as they left the pitch. The striker said that as he walked along the walkway, he caught sight of an arm quite low in front of him pointing towards his injured leg. He said he could not see to whom the arm belonged but could see it was holding an object, but he did not know what. He said his instinctive reaction was to slap the object away, adding the incident was an instinctively proactive reaction. He said that it was not a premeditated action, nor did he intend even momentarily to hurt anyone or anything. He later found out that the spectator holding the object was a teenage boy, and he said he contacted the boy's mother to apologize. But the panel rejected Ronaldo's claim that he had been concerned for his own physical safety and well-being as leaving the field of play. It stated, "It is clear to us that the spectator posed no actual or perceived threat to the player. The player could simply have walked round him or ignored him. He was walking slowly and calmly, as were the other players. Nobody appeared to act as if under threat. It was an atmosphere he would not be unfamiliar with. Instead, he moved his shin guard from his left to right hand and slapped down hard upon the spectator's hand. We have little doubt this was an act born of frustration and annoyance rather than fear or concern for his well-being." Ronaldo had hoped to avoid a ban, but the Winter World Cup meant Premier League football was put on hold. United played Fulham on November 13 and resumed first-team action post-Qatar on December 21 against Burnley in the EFL Cup. Ronaldo, the source said, had not been available for 2 first-team competitive matches as his contract with United had been torn up. The ban carries on to his next club and effectively bars Al-Nassr from parading its new star striker until it has played 2 competitive matches that he would have been available for. Article 12.1 of FIFA's regulations on the status and transfer of players says, "Any disciplinary sanction of up to 4 matches or up to 3 months that has been imposed on a player by the former association, but not yet, entirely, served by the time of the transfer shall be enforced by the new association at which the player has been registered in order for the sanction to be served at domestic level." This point had been noted by the FA when they imposed the ban and explained their written reasons on the case in November. They had said, "We note the player has participated in a recently published interview in which he has criticized MUFC. We know not what effect that may nor will have on his future with that club, nor whether it will take disciplinary action in respect thereof. The suspension we have imposed must have effect." In other words, it applies to MUFC's first-team competitive matches for which he is eligible for selection. Should he leave MUFC before it completes 2 first-team competitive matches, the balance of the suspension will apply to any new club he should join. That applies with the Premier League and by virtue of Article 12.1 of FIFA's regulations on the status and transfer of players, beyond. Any disciplinary sanction of up to 4 matches or up to 3 months that has been imposed on a player by the former association, but not yet, entirely, served by the time of the transfer shall be enforced by the new association at which the player has been registered in order for the sanction to be served at domestic level. When issuing the ITC, the former association shall notify the new association via TMS of any such disciplinary sanction that has yet to be, entirely, served. After tomorrow's match, which he will miss, Al-Nassr do not play again until Saturday, January 14th in a derby against Al-Shabaab. The ban will come as a bitter blow to thousands of Ronaldo's new club fans who snapped up tickets as well as queued for shirts with his name and 7 number. More than 5,000 Ronaldo shirts at around £50 a time were sold in the club store over the last 24 hours, the manager told Mail Online. His image is emblazoned on billboards across Riyadh and he has a 24-hour security detail and is ferried around in a fleet of cars with blacked-out windows. But Al-Nassr will still parade him from the stands tomorrow night, as he has said he wants to see his teammates play. Before news of the ban, Ronaldo had already perplexed his new club's owners by describing Saudi Arabia as South Africa in his first press conference last night. Furthermore, despite Ronaldo saying various clubs in Portugal, across Europe and in Brazil had been keen to sign him, it is reported that he was rejected by multiple European teams, despite being made available at a huge discount of £80,000 a week. Ronaldo had claimed, "I had many opportunities in Europe and many clubs in Brazil, Australia, USA, and even in Portugal. Many clubs tried to sign me. But I gave my word to this club. I know what I want, and I know what I don't want. For me, it's a good challenge to change and to help with my knowledge and experience to grow many important points here. I want to give a different vision of the country, of the football. This is why I took this opportunity." Ronaldo jetted into Saudi Arabia on Monday evening and was paraded before 28,000 fans at the club stadium last night, with the money going to charity from ticket sales. He was joined by his partner Georgina Rodriguez and their children as he arrived in style before changing from a 3-piece suit into the club's yellow kit and showing off some of his skills, as well as kicking a football into the crowd.